Hi Pisces, welcome to LettiSpeaks. Tonight, Pisces, I take honor in looking into the energies of past, present, future on your behalf, and looking at challenges and the overall outcome of any situations you could be dealing with right now. I'll be using a couple of my tarot decks and a couple of my oracle decks during this spread. If you're new, welcome. My name is Letty, and I hope the page here feels a little bit like home, a little comfy, and if you feel it, feel free to like, share, subscribe. If you subscribe, make sure that you hit the bell so you're notified when new content is posted or when I decide to go live. If you're returning, hey Pisces, welcome back. All right, let's jump in for you, my Pisces friends. I hope today has been kind to you. If you are looking for a personal reading, you can look down in my description box, click on my calendar, and schedule a personal with me. I would love to do a personal for you, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and find out for Pisces. Whoa. Past, present, and future. All right, Pisces. Okay. So in the past, Pisces, I have the Star. I feel like in the past there was something that you felt like you were led to, something that you felt like you were guided to. This may have even been something that you felt divinely guided to. And yeah, in the present, we have the Three of Cups. This really does feel like being very celebratory in the present, very abundant, enjoying time with those closest to you, friends, family, possibly doing lots of celebrating, partying. Now, in the future, I have the Ten of Swords. And as you can see on this picture, this looks like a prison walk. And so, for some of you, there's going to be, I'm sorry, it's not swords, it's actually wands. Some level of feeling oppressed in the future, or a heaviness, a burden of some kind in the future. We'll definitely clarify and see what that energy is. Now, the challenge is the Eight of Cups. So this could be not being able to walk away from something. In this particular card, this is shot cups, drinking, glasses, And so it could be not being able to walk away from this particular lifestyle or doing a certain thing. Could be like partying, drinking, you know. We'll definitely clarify. In the outcome, we have the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands talks about a brighter day, moving towards something more, moving to higher heights, like looking and moving towards something more virtuous, okay? And so let's clarify some of these energies for you, Pisces, and then we will go ahead and move in and open up your message, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and clarify. All right, Pisces, 555 on the clock. And so in the past, we have the Star. And so I feel like there was a feeling that you had, that you were being drawn to something, to someone. The Star talks about being led. It almost feels like there was a perceived connection where spirit was leading you towards something or a certain way. This almost feels like a very healing energy too. And so if this is a person, they feel very healing to you. If this is a direction or a place, it's towards the energy of healing. I have the King of Wands and the World here. So this feels like it could be something that ended in the past. It could be, you know, a particular energy that you felt called towards. And like there is a level of assistance coming in around this, or a sense of control needed with this is what it feels like. It feels like very healing energy, but the energy also feels uncontrollable at the same time, almost like this very uncontrollable feeling around this energy. The best way I can describe it, it's weird the way that this feels. To hold something precious, like a baby kitten that's very helpless and harmless and just, you know, innocent, right? The kind of the feeling that that would give you, like you needed to protect it, or you want to kind of cradle it or cuddle it, right? It's almost like that kind of feeling with this Star in the past. I don't know what that resonates with, but that's the feeling that I'm getting with this energy around the Star. The World, again, may indicate that there was some type of ending to this, possibly, and it could be a person, right? Doesn't have to be. It could just be an energy of being very inspired, being very drawn to something or someone. Now, in the current energy, I do have the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups feels very celebratory. It feels very lifted up, very lively. It's clarified by the Six of Wands and the Empress currently. So you could be pregnant, Pisces. Both of these cards talks about pregnancy. The Six of Wands is pregnant, and the Empress is known to be pregnant. Now, it doesn't have to be carrying a particular embryo per se. Like this pregnancy could also be around a vision that you've been given, a very detailed, discerned vision that you have been impregnated with, and you've been given the job to bring this to fruition, right? So it could be either or. Pregnancy in the spirit, it could be pregnancy in real life. But it feels very clear, very detailed, and there's lots of celebration around this right now, okay? As you're planning for this. Now in the future, the Ten of Wands, and what stood out to me is that he looks like he's walking, it almost looks like death row. I don't know why that's coming up. But Ten of Wands is usually a burden. It's feeling bogged down and oppressed. It's clarified by the Knight of Cups and the Magician. And so this almost feels like it could be the Magician feels a lot like kind of trying to take things into your own hands and do something. And then the Knight of Cups feels very emotional. It almost feels, with this Ten of Wands and the Magician, like it could take natural feelings and passions and kind of misguide them, or even kind of I don't know, it doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel natural, but whatever this is, it feels heavy and it feels oppressive. And it feels like taking something that's supposed to be beautiful and redirecting it for something that's not. Now, for some of you, that could be a level of manipulation happening, like manipulation of feelings to get someone to do it their way, manipulating through spiritual means, beliefs. But for others, it could be, you know, in the future here, it could be experiencing a level of coming to oneness with self. The tens talk about an end of a specific way. And so this could be a way that for someone, there was a way of doing this, dealing with people in this way, or having this kind of, you know, intention around how you deal with people. And there could be a change coming to that as well. There could be a change to kind of like a more selfless way, a more humble way of being, you know, transferring over into conscious acts, right? And so for someone, this could be a change of ways from something dark and ill-intended to something more conscious. That's what it feels like, because it feels heavy, but it also feels transforming, right? Transformative. And so someone could be very well experiencing a level of transformation in the future that will take them from one way to the total opposite end of the spectrum. Now in the challenge, we have the Eight of Cups. And I tend to believe that this is needing to let go of something, a habit, like being ready to experience something new, but having a difficulty doing that, wanting to really stand in, an upright way with the justice here, but having things to kind of pull you back. And it could very well be like memories, be haunted by memories of what's been done to you, or possibly what you did to other people. And needing to kind of allow yourself to release things so that you can move forward. That's been the challenge or the struggle, is not being able to release things. With the justice, it feels like a desire for wanting to adapt a different way. But then there's the pulling back, right? With the Ten of Swords, the memory of what somebody did or what you did to someone. I don't know. It could be either or. Feels like a level of aggression. And then it feels like wanting to be optimistic too. And overall, the Eight of Cups is leaving, that behind to pursue something greater, something higher. But that's the challenge, right? So I feel like that's the very beginning of change, though. Even though we haven't quite got there in our external existence, it starts as a small little sparkle right here, right? And the more we feed that small little light, the bigger it gets. Every choice that we make, right, either moves us in one direction or the other. We just have to decide which direction we want to go in, right? Just like evil or bad things start as very small little dark spots that we feed, and it just gets bigger, so does the light. When we realize we have succumbed to the dark and we're on the dark side, and I'm not saying anybody is, but I'm just giving this as an example, we can still find the light, right? By acknowledging it from within ourselves and then making decisions to feed that light. The more we feed the light, the brighter it shines and the bigger it gets, until we find ourselves back in the light. And so it's a decision. I hear Spirit saying it's a decision. Now, when it's all said and done, we end up with the Three of Wands, which is, the result of the Eight of Wands. The Three of Wands is expansion, right? It's moving forward. It's progression, leveling up, moving into that creative energy, our authentic purpose, inspiration, and taking advantage of free will. And then we end with the Star and the Three of Cups. We began with the Star. So there was something very healing that began calling you, right? And even though you may have walked away from that light at one point in time, right? You end up back at the light in the end. The Three of Cups could talk about lots of support with family and friends that are close to you during this very healing journey, this very healing time. The Star is very healing. It's Spirit calling you to your sacred space where all of your healing is unlimited, right? And this could very well, with that Three of Cups, represent, being able to heal relationships from within yourself. Yeah. And so 3-3 could be important. I feel like there's something new being created. And that's the beauty and the magic of, being open to see things in a new way. Like, we're never too old to turn a new leaf. Though some things that, opportunities can fade and they can go, in a whole nother direction, though we can never relive or have those opportunities back again, we can still create new opportunities for ourselves elsewhere, right? That's always open. And so I feel like that's what this is. It's creating new opportunities for yourself. And it's around connection and healing and making and creating a new existence for yourself. Let's see what other messages Spirit has for you here, Pisces. Any more messages for Pisces? What else does Pisces need to know? All right. So we have waterproof, right? Territory. And distraction. So first of all, waterproof, maybe Spirit letting you know that no matter what you're dealing with, you could be in a place where your patience is being tried, and people could be trying to keep you in a low frequency, right, by doing just little underhanded things, right? Not wanting you to actually ascend in the way that you feel like you're being called to ascend. Well, there is, if you look at this bird, on the outside of the bird, there is a coating on his feathers, on her feathers. And because of that coating, she's able to allow the water, the rain, to just run off of her coat. It doesn't saturate the coat or the feathers, making the bird heavier. It just runs off because of that coat. It's caused a resiliency. Well, that rain represents the low cuts that people would try to throw at you to keep you in a low state of mind, a low frequency. But because of your ability to allow it to just run off your back, right? It won't affect you if you understand that you have this ability about yourself, right? It'll just run off your back if you choose to allow it to, because your eyes are on the prize. Your eyes are on something very different, and you're ready to ascend to a higher place. And so there is a sense of resiliency Spirit is bringing to your attention that you have if you choose to utilize it. So those things that would come against you in the moment that you decide that you want better for yourself won't affect you, right? The people that will try to come around and drain you of your energy, it won't happen, because you'll learn, or you'll know how to reserve that part of you for yourself. So you can sit down with people and allow them to act out and do what they're going to do and tire themselves out, and you can go on to your next thing, because you didn't allow that energy to be absorbed into you. Like, you kept spiritual boundaries up for yourself. And so this is pointing to your level of protection that you put up in order to protect yourself. and stay focused on where it is that you're headed. Again, like I was saying, distraction. I was just talking about that. A lot of these things that's coming at you right now are going to be distractions, trying to throw you off of your path that you're deciding to walk on. Just like this bird in the tree calling out, distracting this dog so the other bird can eat the food, right? There will be those who understand where it is that you're desiring to go, and they will purposefully try to steal that from you. So now's the time to really be on guard and not be distracted, right? This may feel like needing to be focused and, stay prayed up for some of you. For some of you, this is making sure you're getting your time in, out in nature, or a certain level of meditation, allowing yourself to tap in, right, regularly. And just, putting up even additional forms of protection for yourself. One of which is setting good boundaries, being aware of who you're around, and looking at intentions, why are they doing that? Is it just to throw you off and to make you angry or to get you upset and all emotional and flustered, right? So you can forget about the decision you made to go in the opposite direction that you were used to going to. Look at the intentions of why people are doing a thing. Because some of it is most definitely just a distraction. With territory, this could be you stepping into a different place, and that different place may in fact feel like you're stepping on someone's toes when you step into this different territory to do something different or to claim a certain space for yourself. You may in fact find yourself in some type of conflict with someone else. They may feel like you're stepping on their toes by what you decide to do. Or maybe you feel that way, that someone else has stepped into your territory or crossed your boundaries, or is doing something that only you feel like you can do. Or maybe they feel like you're doing something that only they feel like they can do. This feels like there has been some stepping on of toes, whether that's your toes or you stepping on someone else's. It feels like a level of conflict that may arise, that has arisen, or that can arise from you stepping into this new place. Not everybody's going to like it. But that's not really your problem, right? Be aware of it. I feel like Spirit is bringing this attention to you to be aware of, but it's part of your journey to move forward. And so this may in fact be a lesson. It could be just an experience for you to kind of collect on your journey. This may also be a reminder of you to make sure that you have good boundaries set. And if you have boundaries set, to recheck them to make sure that they're, beneficial. This may be you needing to carve out some space for yourself. This could be in your home. It could be, just making time to be alone. Again, I was saying that prayerful, meditative energy. This may be you needing to define a certain area that is yours and yours alone. And I could be speaking to someone who is territorial, right? And so take that how that resonates. Spirit is bringing that up for a reason. But that is my reading for you, Pisces. Thank you for stopping by. Again, my name is Letty. If you're new, by all means, if you feel led, you are more than welcome to like, share, comment, subscribe. If you feel the energy resonating from this page, if you do subscribe, make sure you hit the bell so that you're notified when new content comes out, or if I go live one day. If you're returning, I hope that resonated for you, and I hope there was something said here that's encouraging, uplifting, that, you know, inspires you to keep moving forward towards your highest self, your best self. And so that's what this is all about. It's all about inspiration, purpose-driven intentions, and you know, it's about exploring new territory, experiencing life in ways that we possibly have not allowed ourselves to in the past. You know, I think there's lots of things shifting in the earth right now, and we are part of that shift. And so it's finding out where we fit in that, okay, and going with it. And so this is for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's been a pleasure reading for you. Until next time, take care of yourself and find that space for yourself, okay? Bye.